They go read option. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big 1st down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Wilson on the move to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 40 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 70 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run with Hunt on second down. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Seahawks 13.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Tyler Lockett, he's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run, as his guys are back within a single score. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
180. 57. Mike, 50. Real. Watch the run. Hey, Haywood.
Mayfield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eric Murray. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Regular.
On 2nd and a couple. Mayfield forced out to his left.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
180. 54, Mike. Alert. Pilot, 64, weak. I got you.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27th. Mayfield now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterback's edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady. All right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Check pass, check pass. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to get him for a loss of about 3. And we're back now here in Cleveland. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Hey, echo. 54. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Right there. 54, right there, 54. Hey, alert 33. It's a party now. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to it, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ricky Seals-Jones, 46 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
Slam.
Hunt going to run for it, and he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Like 22, he's coming.
From the 29, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 3rd down. Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. 54 yards as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Hey, come on, come on, Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Mayfield now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They run again with Hunt. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Coming to you. Hey, alert 33.
On third down, Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Browns field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there, and he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
The Seahawks take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came.